All right, look, I was putting out a video together yesterday, and of course, last night Biden gave his coming out speech of how he's finally going to declare a dictatorship over America. So I wanted to bring up a few points. He says that Americans that are vaccinated, only 1 out of 160,000 Americans that are vaccinated will end up being hospitalized from COVID. Which sounds great, right? But then when you start thinking about it, there's a CDC report out there that says that if you have natural immunity, you're twice as likely to be hospitalized from COVID, right? So 2 out of 160,000 will be hospitalized if they have natural immunity, according to the CDC, right? And how is that not protection? How is that not something that's significant? No, he just wants you to get jabbed and jabbed and jabbed again from booster after booster. All right, that's point number one here. He goes on to say that this is not about freedom. This is not about personal choice. It's everything about freedom. It's all about personal choice. You have these options, you have these freedoms and these personal choices, and the moment you give them up is the moment you allow them to take the rest of them away. This is unbelievable. Let's see. Oh, he mentioned we must all protect the vaccinated from the unvaccinated. Like, how does that make sense? How does it make any sense at all? Protect the vaccinated from the unvaccinated? Okay, so what you're saying is that the vaccine doesn't work. Are you serious? And people are just going along with this? It doesn't make any sense. If you think that what he says is spot on, you're part of this mass psychosis that's going around the country. Wake up. This guy is using everything he can to just take power and accumulate it in front of him and strip everybody's freedoms away. What's the next one? Oh, all right, I love this one. So he talks about all these hospitals or all these nursing homes that take Medicare and Medicaid. He's going to mandate that they have 100% vaccination, right? So what's that mean? Look, with conservative medicine, people are a little weary about taking Medicare and Medicaid, right? The government dependency, right? So when you start having insurance that you depend on the government for, guess what? They get to dictate everything that happens in your hospital. They get to dictate what's happening in your nursing homes. All right? Once you start giving this government power, you start allowing them to provide insurance, to provide medical care, right? Or if we go through a single payer system, they're going to be able to dictate our whole medical community. It's insane, okay? All right, he wants to vaccinate all these children under 12. Children under 12 have a 0% chance of having any serious illness. Statistically, 0%. They're more likely to die from peanuts, from a car crash, from a bee sting. I vote that if we're going to mandate 12 and under to get vaccinated, then they shouldn't be allowed to drive. They shouldn't be able to go to school. They shouldn't be allowed to be exposed to the outside. We should get rid of all peanuts in this country. It's insane. It's preposterous. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. So then he talked about bullying, right? How our governors that are telling school systems that they're not allowed to mandate masks in the school, right? Otherwise, he's going to take the state funding away from them, right? He says, I'm not going to allow bullying, right? As he proceeds to then threaten the governors, right? And then threaten all these employers that if they have 100 or more employees, they have to do these steps in order to be compliant. Are you serious? You're talking about bullying when you're the worst of them all? Anyways, all right, what's the next thing I saw? So if the governors are going to ban mask mandates, Biden is going to go through and get them out. He's going to do what he can to get them out. That's bullying, right? All right, and then the one thing that I thought was good from his little tirade last night was talking about monoclonal antibodies. He said that if we get monoclonal antibodies, early treatment, we're going to see a 70% reduction in hospitalizations in the unvaccinated. I mean, why has that not been the case throughout this whole pandemic? Why haven't every single hospital been trying to get monoclonal antibodies easy to get a hold of, easy infusions? Why? I mean, this pandemic could have been over a long time ago. And not only monoclonal antibodies, but ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C. Look, we need to start maximizing our chances of beating this. And early treatment maximizes that. All right, so what do we do about it? Look, early treatment, like I said, is imperative if you're trying to survive this and you're in a high-risk category. Go to AmericanFrontlineDoctors.com. They'll be able to hook you up with a local provider that will get you these early treatment medications. The other one is MyFreeDoctor.com. They'll hook you up with an easy-to-use telemedicine system that will get you in contact with the doctor, and they'll be able to provide those medications for you. Look, we're all facing the same thing. If you're unvaccinated, your job's at risk. I've already been fired from my position as a PA working in ENT. And look, you're all going to be faced with the same choice: either get the jab or get fired, and make them fire you. Make them look you in the eyes and explain to you why they are firing you. They need to know that what they're doing is wrong, and it needs to be them firing you, because when you quit, they're off the hook. They're morally off the hook. It doesn't have to weigh on their conscience. Make them fire you. That is a very important step. So, stay strong. Do what you know is right. Stand up for what you believe in. Be a defender of freedom and liberty, and encourage your fellow coworker, your brothers and sisters, your friends and family. We all need to stick together and stand up for what we know is right.